Today, let's talk about the tool that professional studios are using to quickly and efficiently time align their vocals. If you're new here, my name's Jacob, and I started my own commercial recording studio 5 years ago. I've been using Vocalign for a couple years, and this plugin paid for itself in the first day. It really saves you that much time. So let's talk about what Vocalign does do and what it doesn't do. Vocalign does allow you to time align two vocals incredibly fast, but it isn't going to be able to do all the editing for you. You still need to be able to tune and time align your vocals by hand, but after you've done that, you can utilize Vocalign to still save you hours of time. And that's because Vocalign time aligns vocals to one another. There is a reference track and a track that is going to be time aligned to that reference track. So if your reference track isn't properly edited, there's no point in time aligning them together. So it's really important to understand that this plugin doesn't edit vocals for you, but we can use it as an extension during our editing process. And so at this point in the edit, I've got my main vocal tuned and time aligned, and that main vocal is going to act as the reference track. And then I've got a pair of doubles and then a pair of harmonies that are also doubled. So let's take a listen to where we're at. Everything's tuned, the main vocal's time aligned, but the rest of the harmonies are not. And so that's where our vocals need to be before we use Vocalign. And so while Vocalign does promise us perfectly timed vocals in just a few clicks, we are working off that reference track, and you often get the best results when you're working phrase by phrase or section by section. You'll start to get some artifacts if you try and do the entire song in one pass. So let's take a look. We are going to highlight our section we want to use as a reference, and we're going to hit capture. And then if you hit semicolon on your keyboard, it's going to move that selection down one track. You can hit capture, and we can hit render. And then you can also hit semicolon again, capture, because you don't want to change that guide track, and render. And in terms of settings, I'm just using a preset called tightest timing, and let's take a listen to it. And so now you can hear that phrase is perfectly time aligned to our reference track. And I would recommend when you're editing, always make sure that you're listening to what Vocalign is doing. Every once in a while you'll get some artifacts, but if you take it phrase by phrase, you are minimizing the chance for artifacts just about as much as you can. But just for the demonstration, I'm doing it quickly, just so you can see. So let's take a listen.
I won't be blamed, can't help it, I feel this way. Let's cut right to the chase. I got no regrets, baby.
And now in the track. And so Vocalign really makes it that easy to time align our vocals. We have a plugin that promises us perfectly timed vocals in just a few clicks, but those promises aren't able to be true unless we have a great recording, a great performance, and a good edit leading up to utilizing a tool like Vocalign. Thank you all so much again for tuning in to another video, and I hope you're able to learn a little bit more about the professional processes that are involved when you're making a record. And so keep your eyes on the channel. I've got some cool stuff coming in for English oak recording.